Hello students, in today's class we are going to learn about tables and charts in MS PowerPoint 2010. What are tables? Tables are another tool we can use to display information in PowerPoint 2010. A table is a grid of cells arranged in rows and columns. They can be customized according to the task we are performing. We can apply various table styles and we can format table according to our requirements. Now let's see how we can create table in MS PowerPoint. To create a table, just go to Insert tab and click on the Table option. A grid of cells appears. Select the desired number of cells which you want to create for your table. Accordingly, the table gets placed on your PowerPoint slide. You can just drag and drop and place it according to your requirement. Now how to resize a table? So this is the resizing or moving handle. It is a 4-directional arrow this way. If you just click on the edge of the table and drag the table, you will be able to resize it and move it according to your placement of the slide. Now how to enter information or data in individual cell of a table. Just click anywhere in a cell where you want to type the information. Wherever the cursor appears, the information gets typed. If you want to navigate between the cells, then just press Tab key from the keyboard to move to the next cell, or Shift plus Tab to move to the previous cell of the table. Inserting and deleting rows and columns from a table. To insert any row or column, just go to the Layout tab or right click anywhere in the cell where you want to insert a row or column. Then click on Insert option. You will get multiple options in the context menu. So according to your choice, you can select insert cell above, insert row above, insert row below, or insert column to the left, insert column to the right option. So the row and column get inserted accordingly. So once the row or column is inserted, now you should know how to delete any row or column from a table. So whichever row or column you want to delete, just place your cursor in that row or column, right click and click on Delete rows or delete column option from the context menu that appears. You notice here that the row has disappeared by clicking on the delete row option. Now let's see how we can set table styles to our table which we have created just now. Once we create a table, two new tabs, that is Design tab and Layout tab, appear. The Design tab allows you to make changes in the design of your table. So when you click on Design tab, there is a group known as Table Styles group. It consists of some inbuilt PowerPoint templates or styles for applying on your table. Just hover your mouse over it, or you click on Entire List, scroll down for more options, and you click on your desired option. The format of the table changes according to the table style you have selected. So this is how we can apply any style. You can apply the style to the header row, you can ignore it with header row, without header row, adding first column if you want first column to be heading. So you can make changes and apply any table style according to your requirement. Applying border to your table. To apply border to your table, just select the table or the number of rows and columns to which you want to apply the border, and go to the Design tab. In the Design tab, there is a border thickness option. Drop down list appears. Select the thickness for the table border. The other way to apply table border is go to Table Borders button and click on any of the following options that appear. So when you click on any of them, accordingly the border appear on individual cells of the table. So in a similar manner, we can also set the row height and the column width of a table. Just go to Layout tab, you see the row height and column width options. This is the table row height option. Just go on increasing or decreasing the height according to your requirement. The height of the row will get increased or decreased. Similarly, we can increase or decrease the width of the columns. We can also merge more than two cells to form a single cell, or split them by going to Layout tab and clicking on Merge Cells and Split Cells option. Alignment of the cells can be done from the Layout tab itself. There is left, center, right alignment. Accordingly, the text will be aligned in the cells of the table. You can also do vertical alignment, that is top, center and bottom. Once your table is created, you can insert a chart for the table which you have created. Now let's see how we can create charts in MS PowerPoint. To create a chart, just go to Insert tab and click on the chart option. Various chart options appear, select any option. So there are various type of charts available in PowerPoint 2010. Few of them are column chart, line chart, pie chart, the most popular one, the bar chart, and then you have the area chart. So column chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart and area chart are few frequently used charts in Microsoft PowerPoint. So we just go to insert, we click on chart option. This is the insert chart dialog box that appears. We select the type of the chart get inserted for the table which we have selected. We can also create a chart in PowerPoint by taking a table as a reference from Microsoft Excel. We can create table in Microsoft Excel and then create a chart for the same. So this is how we can see the windows in the cascaded form, the table in the Excel and the chart in Microsoft PowerPoint. To do this, we just open Microsoft PowerPoint window and then we click on select data option in the design tab, and then we can browse the Excel file wherever we have created the data table. Now just select the table, the chart will automatically be updated. If you are making any changes in the data source or the table which is used to create the chart, then automatically the changes are reflected in the chart. Let's now discuss about the types of chart. First type of chart is the column chart. It uses vertical bars to represent data. When you have to do comparison of information, we use column chart. Second type of chart is line chart. Line chart is used to show trend or change in data over a period of time. Third type of chart is pie chart. Pie chart is used when we want to show components of a whole thing or parts of a whole thing. Then you have bar chart. It is similar to column chart with just interchange of x and y axis. Area chart is similar to line chart, but it includes magnitude as well. The area under the lines are shaded here. Let's now discuss the components of a chart. So this picture shows the various components of a chart. First component of a chart is the chart title. It consists of the name of the chart or the title we want to give to our chart. Then we have the chart area. Chart area is the area which contains the chart as well as all its related components. Then you have plot area. Plot area is the area where your actual chart is plotted. It is in center of the chart area. Axis titles. Axis titles are the names given to x-axis and y-axis. They define the categories. Then you have axis values. X-axis is known as category axis and y-axis is known as value axis. Then you have chart series or data series. The chart series or data series are the lines or the bars which are used to represent the data. The next component is legend. Legend is like a key that helps you to identify the data using some color or some other identity. Grid lines. Grid lines are a major component of chart that helps you to read the information on a chart very easily. So grid lines are horizontal or vertical lines that extend from the axis sticks, and they are crisscross lines like a graph paper has. They make it very easy to read the chart information. Let's now discuss some important facts about the chapter. Whenever we insert any chart in PowerPoint, 3 new tabs appear automatically, that is Design tab, Layout tab and Format tab. Design tab helps you to change the design of your chart. Layout helps you to change the layout and positioning of your chart. Whereas Format tab is responsible for making formatting changes like background color, legend color, settings, etc. To erase a line of a table, click on the eraser tool in the Draw Borders group on the Design tab of Table Tools tab. Position the mouse pointer on the line that you want to erase and click on it. That particular line gets erased. If you are using the draw table option, then one eraser appears that lets you to erase any line or border in the table. To add, edit, remove series in a chart, change the chart data range, etc. First select the chart and click on the select data button in the data group on the design tab. So we go to design tab, then to data group, and then we click on select data, and here we are able to make any addition, editing, removing, etc. of any data range. Here we can select the required option from the select data source dialog box. After closing the data sheet, if you want to make any correction or modification in data, you can reopen it through chart tools, design tab, data group, edit data option, or just right click on the chart and select edit data option from the shortcut menu. The edit data dialog box opens, or it allows you to set the new data from the data source. This is another method to edit data for your chart. To start a slideshow, press F5 function key from the keyboard or select slideshow tab and click on from beginning option. The PowerPoint slideshow begins from the starting of the show, that is from the first slide. The shortcut to do so is F5 function key. Splitting and merging in table. Splitting a cell means dividing the cell further into separate cells, rows or columns. So place the pointer on any cell and select the split cells tool in layout tab. Whereas merging means combining cells to form a single cell. It is also available in the layout tab. So we go to the layout tab and we have options merge cells and split cells, from where we can either break the cell into parts or merge parts to make a single cell. So that's all for the day. Thank you. Have a great day.